It's happening. It's really happening.
Regenerative agriculture is actually good. Like you can still buy food from regenerative farms, and those farms are operating at like a carbon neutral environment.
Well, I saw Will Harris. I've been to White Oaks pastures.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
really? You went to Georgia?
Yeah, the Beef Initiative had a meetup, and that's where you kind of, I'm just helping them out. It's not really a money making operation, but it's helping ranchers understand that there is a market that they can sell directly to a consumer, and it's teaching consumers who are interested that they can go to a rancher and get basically the protein from the source. And what the Beef Initiative figured out early on is that who is interested in that is Bitcoiners, because Bitcoiners have money, they got Bitcoin, and they understand value, or they have a certain understanding of value, and they like to hang out and like to do meetups, and then you bring them together, and you have some ranchers talk and the Bitcoiners talk. So now we have ranchers understanding Bitcoin, taking Bitcoin as payment, holding on to some of it, which can be very, very profitable in many cases.
In many cases.
Yeah, well, like last week, I went to Cole, and I bought like a third of a cow, basically, all in cuts, and I paid in Bitcoin. And 2 days later, boom, he's got 20% extra value just because the price went up, and I was happy. I'm happy for him.
What
I feel
is
good
Bitcoin worth now? Has it shifted back up?
About 23,000. Mm-hmm.
So what was the high?
70.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
That's a big drop.
Sure.
So if you bought in at 70, which many people did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got in at 4,000 during the pandemic, because I think I told you I had
4,000. Really?
I had 65 Bitcoin that were given to me in like 2011, and somewhere around 2015 or 16, I'm like, holy shit, this is worth $900. Sell. So I sold it all. Oops. So that's not going to happen to me again. So when everything tanked during the pandemic, and so it was 4,000. Tina and I said, let's buy in, let's do this. And then, we've been doing what's called daily cost average. So buy a little bit every single day, and you basically, it's like a savings account, and we only will spend it on literally on something like that. We just keep it, and we'll see. It's like we save dollars too, but this is kind of who knows? I mean, there's so much talk of, shit. Even Elon Musk is probably going to be the guy who runs the money system. Once he has his X project all in place that he's doing with Twitter. The whole concept is to have that be your wallet. That's all of Silicon Valley wants to be your bank, and I think Elon is no exception.
But what do you mean by, what do you think he's planning?
Well, it will either be a coin that is specific to him, or just looking at his overall history, where things he does usually turns into a government project. Maybe that's where the central bank digital currency comes in. I don't know. We just had Brazil and Argentina decide that they're going to have the same money, and it will be a digital peso, or whatever it's going to be, and that will probably be a completely controllable central bank digital currency, which is being implemented everywhere. And the dollar would be the last one. I know that Elon seems a very good. That he's doing that. That's what his whole overall plan is, I think. He's always said he wants to be like WeChat, and in China, everything's on WeChat, including the government, who then can turn off your money if you've been a bad boy. Yeah, I think that's coming. So it's a bit of a hedge to have Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the only currency that can do that.
With everything that we have.
Yeah,
the idea that there's a centralized digital currency connected to a social credit score system.
Yep.
Is absolutely fucking terrifying, because people self-censor already.
Yep.
They self-censor just because they're worried about other people's opinions. Like, that's what virtue signaling is all about. What virtue signaling is all about, virtue signaling is people sending out a signal on Twitter or social media to let everyone know that you're a good person. And, a lot of those people are not really good people, but they want to send out that signal, and they're terrified about the repercussions of not being a good person.
So the only way I know to resist that is literally Bitcoin, and only Bitcoin.